that talk about the military in the streets controlling movement and telling us go back to your homes and things like that. You will go no further than your front lawn under a travel restriction, and for as many days as it lasts until it is lifted, you will sit at home and do nothing but dream about the days when you were free to do as you wished before it became the regime. The regime is a different animal from the republic. The regime will kill the republic. The regime will undermine and eat the republic until it goes into the darkness where nothing can revive it anymore. So I don't think the Lord can be clearer than that. This America that you fight for is a dead animal. The difficulty that many people with hard heads will encounter is this. The love of God has come to you in the days when the sun is still shining to tell you, come out of her, my people, and do not share in her sins. But the Babylonians do love them, some Babylon. There are Babylonians in this country who, when they heard the word of the Lord here, they were shocked to find out that this was Babylon, which made them Babylonians. They cried, but now they are in the process of hacking, clipping, sawing, and scalpeling themselves free of all the ties of Babylon. Because they've heard the Lord said that if you stay tied to Babylon, when Babylon begins to go into her sepsis, her final death shocks, every single electric shock coming out of her body will cook you too, because you are connected to her and you are vested in her survival no matter what. She must live. Why? Because you are tied to her. You know that if she dies, you dies. And so when you're fighting for America, you're basically fighting for your own life, but you cannot win against the Bible. You cannot win against Scripture. This nation's funeral is laid out perfectly. Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, Isaiah chapter 9, for instance. I think Jeremiah 13 is one. Definitely Revelation 18 is the coup de grace, the final axe cut to the neck of America. America will never survive. The juvenile thing that people do is they will come and say, you hate America. Hate America, and then what? What happens? It puts money in my bank account. It's a very low level of thinking to think that someone who has been shown the truth by God and is now bringing it to you has to have personal feelings about it. I just need to be able to speak the same English as you, to make sure that I try to hold your prickly hands and lead you away from the cliff edge that is waiting for this country. I said that America has already fallen over, but the thing is that there is a ball and chain connection between the falling, plummeting rock and the legs of many people. I'm cutting at the chain between you and her so that when she runs out of chain, it doesn't yank you over the edge with her. But the majority of people do not want to listen. And so it has to be like that. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 9, 10, 11, and 12. It has to carry somebody. I've always said, no scripture is wasted. That Bible verse, 2 Thessalonians 2, that God will allow strong delusion in the minds of people because they love the lie and they hated the truth that would have saved them. Someone has to eat that Bible verse. The unfortunate thing is that in this country, it will be hundreds of millions of people with a tiny remnant standing with no ball and chain looking over and saying, that could have been me. When America dies, those who still have her pumping in their veins are going to perish with her. There will be no other way for it. And so everyone is in that point where the sun is still in the sky and God is saying, come out of her, my people. Very few people are listening. Most are in the streets campaigning for civil rights. How can you campaign for civil rights in a country that is going to be destroyed by another monster that is within it? The monster is tearing her open like a caterpillar coming out to turn into a butterfly, an evil mechanical butterfly. The rise of AI, the rise of robots, the rise of a controlling satanic kingdom. And then you're saying, but I still want the cocoon carcass because it used to be mine. You have to hate yourself to do that. But then the evidence is in. A lot of people in this country hate themselves. They hate the truth. They hate the Lord. They hate his presence. They hate his discourse, his conversation. They only want what they want. And so, unfortunately, they're not even going to get that. travel restrictions keeping people places. You'll be in your homes. Some people, he said, you'll be limited to your homes. For others, at least, he says, to your homestead. That's the people in the rural areas, at least. Dreaming about the days when you were free, before America became the regime. And the regime is a different animal from the republic. And the regime is going to kill the republic. And then listen to what he says. Not only kill it, but also eat it. Isn't that what Black Widow Spider does? Isn't that what all predators do? Do predators kill for fun? Will they ever kill and walk away? No, that's mankind. Who kills a trophy animal, a giraffe, a lion, puts your foot on it, takes a picture, and then walk away. But this one is going to eat what it killed. The New World Order is going to kill and eat America. And that means that every single person still wearing that tagline, I'm an American, instead of I'm a child of God and I'm putting Babylon behind me in the rear view mirror, will get eaten right along with it. That is the prophetic word of the Lord. The title is The Regime Will Consume the Republic, November 9, 2024. The prophecies you can look at, please